Okay, so earlier this year, Case announced a new line, and I was pretty excited about it. And I think, probably quite a few of us were, because it was in carbon steel, and the handle covers aren't a yellow synthetic or that gray pocket worn, which I don't mind the gray pocket worn as much. But I do like when they do some different stuff with the carbon steel. This one is a rather traditional looking handle material. It's a jig bone. I believe they're calling it burnt amber jig bone. I left my invoice in the living room for whatever reason. Um, but yeah, I think they're calling it the burnt amber jig bone, something like that. Like I said, it's in carbon steel. And they recently started doing the muskrat pattern again, which is a pattern that I'm pretty fond of, but I didn't have a carbon steel case muskrat. And earlier this year, they released the gray pocket worn one, which I was going to buy, but then they announced these. And I saw that the muskrat was going to be part of the run. So I just waited until that came out. Um, but yeah, this is like a birthday gift to myself because my birthday is on Wednesday. Um, and yeah, this is like a 80-ish dollar knife, I guess. Case knives have really started to get pretty expensive, unfortunately, just like everything else, like literally everything else. Um, but yeah, I mean, case knives have gotten to be pretty expensive. Um, and I mean, their quality, it does seem to be improving. Like this knife, there's nothing seriously wrong with it other than the tip's proud on the one blade, which I'll show here. If you look at this blade here, the front blade, as you'd call it, the main blade, I suppose. Let me adjust my light here. Normally I have two lights, but one of them the cord wouldn't reach, so I got one light. Um, but yeah, the tip here is proud, which the best way to fix that's going to be to just try to file down the kick a little bit to try to have the blade sit lower in the handle. It's a pretty easy fix. The other thing, the blade centering, not great. I think this blade is kind of resting against that liner. And then this blade's more towards the inside. So the blade centering is not perfect. That's not something that bothers me that much. The rest of the build quality seems to be pretty good. No huge gaps or anything. It doesn't seem to have blade play. It's a little gritty yet. I did put some mineral oil in it, but it's working out the what I'm assuming is polishing compound. But yeah, the action on it's pretty good. You might be able to hear that grit in there. I don't know if you could hear that or not, but a little gritty yet, so it'll probably improve even more. But yeah, I mean, overall, pretty happy with the knife. $80, so good to see that. I got a pretty good example here. Let me know how recent case knives have been for you guys, because my last couple have been really good. I've actually got, I think the last case knife I bought in my pocket today, which is the Seahorse Whittler here in carbon steel with the peach seed amber jig bone. Carbon steel, of course. Yeah, you can see the blade there. Quite a great little knife, and this knife was put together really well. You can tell it's been in my pocket quite a bit. So I really like that knife. I think that was the last case knife I bought. And then now this one. But yeah, I really like these handles. The front's not quite as burnt as the back, so I think I actually prefer the back, just because there's a little more variation in color and everything. Still trying to adjust my light a little bit here. I'm not going to get it perfect with one light, unfortunately. The two lights is the way to go for sure. But yeah, front's a little bit less dark than the back. It's got this cool tested XX shield on it, which Case tested, I think, is like a kind of a past of WR Case and Son, maybe even part of the company before WR Case and Son started. But it's like a period of their history, kind of. But yeah, I mean, the knife overall seems to be really well made. So I'm hoping that my last couple examples are, a good sign from Case, and I haven't just been getting lucky. Because it would be great if you could spend $80, get a case knife made in Bradford, Pennsylvania, which I still love that these knives are made here in Pennsylvania. Of course, there's that other Pennsylvania company that really is, doing a way better job than Case. But those knives have gotten expensive too. You can't really pick up a Great Eastern Cutlery for $80. So yeah, but I mean, I think overall, if Case keeps this level of quality, I think that we'll all probably be pretty happy with it. Because I don't know, I'm not like I'm not um, super anal about the way my knives are put together and everything. As long as it's a functional knife, doesn't have absurd amounts of blade play, no ridiculous gaps, fit and finish issues, or there's not a lot of them. The proud tip probably shouldn't have left the factory, but that's an easy fix. And I don't really care that much about blade centering on a traditional pocket knife anyway. But yeah, I think I really like these handle covers, handle scales, handle material, whatever you want to call them. They're handles. Really like them. I think they look good. They look kind of more traditional than a lot of the handle covers that Case does. And you can pocket wear it yourself, although it's actually pretty smooth, so it's almost like it's already pocket worn. I don't think this was supposed to be part of the pocket worn series. Oh, I could have looked at that right there. It is the burnt Amber Bone Rodgers Jigged Muskrat. Of course, it comes in the carbon steel box because it's carbon steel. The box will be getting thrown away after this video is over. Just because boxes take up a lot of space and I'm not planning on selling this knife. But yeah, and speaking about the boxes, I actually really like their new boxes. But yeah, although made in the USA with domestic and imported materials. You think it's just the covers they're importing? I don't know. That's interesting. But yeah, I mean, the knife's still put together in Bradford, PA, but that's interesting. I wonder exactly what that means. Don't know. But anyway, pretty happy with this knife. I think it's a pretty good one. If you don't know, Case Muskrat, the blade is right around 3 inches, about 2.5 cutting edge. And that's both blades because they're the same. And it's about 3 3/4. It's like 3 7/8 closed. It's almost 4 inches long closed. Both blades are the same blade. If you don't know anything about the muskrat, I think the idea behind that originally was when you are skinning small game, such as a muskrat, you have, clip blade. And then once your clip blade goes dull, you put it away and you pull out your other clip blade. That's exactly the same shape. And, you use that one. I will say the edge grind on this could be better. It's a little shallow there. They do have points, though, it seems. The blades are pointy, which is nice. It's always nice when you get a case knife that's actually pointy. But the edge grind's a little uneven. Not the end of the world. So like on the main blade here. It's better. It's better on the main blade. That's interesting. But anyway, that's going to be it for this video on the Burnt Amber Bone Rodgers Jig Muskrat CS. Yep, it's going to be it for this video. I'll see you guys in the next one, and I hope you have a good day.